Good morning to all traders and welcome to another Markets Waves video. I hope you all had a nice weekend, and last Friday you were able to identify some good opportunities and or exit based on our opinion over here. So today we're going to start the week strong again, and we're going to have a quick look at 5 different assets: euro, dollar, pound, dollar, yen, silver, as well as the dollar against the Turkish lira, which we haven't looked for a while. Most of you were tricked by the dollar index move. I think it's a reversal. I'm not convinced, and I wasn't convinced, and I actually expressed that last week in my video. Now we are seeing another move to the opposite side. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about the index, but we can take the dollar as a proxy, the euro dollar, sorry. But again, I'm not convinced about this reversal now, okay? So what I'm looking over here, guys, I'm looking at this as an ABC, as you well know from last time, right? That's the main scenario. Over here, it looks like we've got 1 and 2, 1, 2, then you've got this move to the downside, that's 3, and that's like a 4 to me. And that's overlapping way in wave 1 territory. That tells me that we could be in for an ending diagonal, guys, okay? And it could be a case where, you know, actually, let me go a little bit closer because I'm too far from current price action. So it could be a case, this is, look, this is very nice ABC as well, yeah? ABC, yeah. And we're gonna get something like ABC, and it could be an open-ended diagonal, which means we need to break below 121, the previous low, or it could be a case where this is going to continue just another wave up to break above the previous high to make an ABC over here, and then continue lower down, okay? Why do I not think that we'll finish down here, despite the fact that this have actually wave C is more than 100% of wave A? Why I think we haven't finished is because clearly that doesn't look like to me that it's a complete 5-wave move, okay? It doesn't. And as you well know, over here we had a very nice 5 move to the downside, but over here this doesn't look like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to me. It doesn't, because I don't like this as the first wave, because that looks like to me that is an ABC first. Second, it could be even if it's 1, that means that will be 2. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in here, which means it's 3. You understand? And then the 4 breaks above that. So there is 2 scenarios. My main is that this is going to be an open-ended diagonal, and we're going to get another leg down and continue up. But the alternative over here, one of the alternatives that still support more upside in the medium term, is that this, since it is offering like a 3-wave over here, you know, we got 1 back to the upside and 3 down, right? Now we would ideally prefer to have this, because though we'll get this correction over here. That makes me think that what if, and I'm saying what if, this was a leading diagonal, because it could be a leading diagonal, okay? If that's a leading diagonal, guys, then we might be looking for a multi-structural move to the downside, okay? 1, 2, and that will be 1 and 2, then 3, 4, and 5, then 3, 4, and 5, which means, and my mistake, apologies, that it's not the scenario that we're looking for more upside, okay? It's the scenario that we're looking at we've turned, which means this is wave C, yeah? Remember A, B, C, A, B, C, and this is W, X, Y, X, Z, and in diagonal, yeah? And we said about moving lower to the downside. That's the alternative scenario, okay? Now, and of course, it could be a case where we're down here with a correction, we're going to continue higher. Let's have a quick look what are the MACD and RSI show. They don't really show anything, okay? To me, though, because of their current values, it looks to me that we can get another leg up on the RSI and on the MACD, yeah, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That will be the A. Then we can get B and then C. Looks like to me we can get another leg up over here, prices, RSI and MACD, in order to get a very nice bearish hidden divergence signal. Okay, so in the very short term, perhaps intraday as well, I am bullish. Then going forward over the next few days, I remain bearish, and that's the main scenario. Okay, because as I said, I'm still expecting another leg down. Until obviously we get there, there is still a few days, so we're gonna revisit that because we do revisit it quite often, so there's no point of discussing any levels. Now, pound, as you will remember, I've been expecting a move to the downside, as I'm looking at this as an A, B, and C as an expanding flat. We've had this very tiny false break above the previous high, so we can expect this to be either a running or a expanding flat variation. To me, this is wave 1 and this is wave 2. So should we move down for wave 3 at 139, then 4 and 1.5, 138.63, that means that we could get a running flat. But should we get an extensive wave 3 over here, yeah, and anywhere about around 138 or so, then most likely we'll get a correction to 139.28 and then go lower to 137.58 or so. That is going to make this an expanding flat variation. Okay, in either case, those two irregular flats are actually, we are way below that, and apologies. Yes, we're probably looking at, you know, wave 3 going there, and then 4 here, and then 5 below 136.70. Okay, this is wave A. But looking at the structure now, might be a case where a running flat is a bit more appropriate, judging, at least at this moment, judging from the range, the length of wave A. Obviously, you well know the alternative, that could be a case that we ended down here, wave 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, we're gonna get 4, and then we're gonna get 5. Now, I'll be really watching closely the 140, guys, okay? Because in case this is 1, okay, and this is 2, and this is 3, 4 must hold. If it doesn't hold, there is 2 scenarios in play. Okay, if it doesn't hold, ABC, 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 ABC. If this is going to be the 5th wave, 3, 4, supposedly, and 5, then that could make this an ending diagonal, okay? Which means we're going to get an insertion back within the wave 1 territory and move all the way up, okay? Or even if we break in there, it could be like, then again, a leading diagonal, which means this is only wave 2 of wave 5, which means we're going to see quite a big move to the upside following a correction down to, well, who knows, 138 or so. In either case, RSI MACD give us a signal to the downside. They did actually give us a signal to the downside. Okay, over here, we've had a double top. Excuse me, we've had a double top, okay, wave 4 and wave 2 over here, which is a very good indication in terms of Elliott waves that this is likely to continue lower down now. If we combine with the signals, then that's a very good indication. Now, dollar against yen, it again did another leg up, okay, one that we were not expecting. I've been expecting this to turn because I saw that as a rejection on 78.6. However, that was wrong. I was wrong. We got another move to the upside to really take out the 78.6. And we did say, guys, that when we have double zigzags or double threes, we usually get wave X to be deep. Okay, that is the point of a double zigzag, because we don't really get enough retracement. Okay, so when we have WXY, we do get that even up to the 88.6. However, we missed that. Okay, and this time, how we turned is quite impulsive. It's not as this, and it's certainly not as this move to the downside. Okay, so I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to see another leg to the downside for 5. Where this is gonna go, we don't know. It might be the previous low, it might be the 50 Fibonacci, 109.21, it might be the minus 38.2 Fibonacci extension of one of the current wave to the downside over here, right? Which is at 109, around 108.96 to be more precise. Once we get that, then rejection, and then, rejection, well, whatever you want to call it, could be rejection, yeah. And then it will continue lower down, most likely, to finally end wave Y of 4, and then continue all the way up. Okay, now let's see what signals do we get. And we do get a bearish divergence. Both RSI and MACD actually give us a signal to the downside. Okay, which is a good indication, especially with the volumes here increasing quite a bit, that this is going to continue lower down. Now, obviously, we need to pay attention at this trend line, guys. Okay, we need to break below that to consider this a 5-wave move. Actually, it's not going to be a 5-wave. I'm sorry, I don't know why I placed that as a 5-wave impulse to the downside, but that's going to be in the micro, yeah. And that's, apologies, my fault, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops, excuse me. And then we're going to get the A, the B, and the C, right? We're expecting a double zigzag. So that's going to be A, B, C. Unless, of course, so we'll go to subminuet. Of course, unless if this turns out to be some sort of an ending diagonal or so, which is very well expected in a double zigzag, okay? But judging from from the first wave to the downside, I don't think this is going to be the case. Okay, don't forget, alternatively, we can get another X and another Z and end up here and then continue lower. Or again, alternatively, wave 4 could have finished down here, which means, well, this is wave 1. This is probably wave 2 down here. And we move up now. That's 1. We're going to get 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Let's jump to silver, guys. Silver, I was expecting a move to the upside. Okay, you do know that. We're looking at primary wave 1. We still haven't done wave 5. And it looks like we haven't done wave 4 as well. I was expecting that, if I'm not mistaken, to be the case. Or maybe even this for a leading diagonal also. I don't remember. I'll be honest. But I do remember moving wave 4 this morning from here to here, which means we're still correcting. What are the scenarios over here, guys? And what we usually see with Elliott waves is that this wave 4 and this wave 4 could create a very nice double bottom over here and then move all the way up. And we're going to move what? We're going to move that. Okay, which means the upside can take us up to around the $30. Should, of course, this be a case where a double bottom is seen with this particular pattern, because it could also be a case that this is going to turn in some sort of weird triangle pattern, okay, which means this is wave A, B, C, D, and E, okay. It will really depend on what sort of move to the upside we see over here. Most likely, this is a W, X, and Y to me. Okay, because it looks like one, and this could be an ending diagonal because we see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we expect another ABC down here to complete wave Y around the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement of wave 1 of wave, which one is it? From 0 to 3. Yeah, good. And once we get there, then potentially move all the way up in order to get wave 5. Now, signals on the RSI and the MACD? Not really, which indicates a continuation of the current short-term trend, okay, which is downside. I mean, we do get these tiny signals on the MACD, which are, well, mostly, you know, not validating, supporting, I would say, a downside move to complete wave 4 down here. The alternative, of course, guys, is that, well, this is going to continue a little bit lower down. Instead of having wave 2 over here, which is like an ABC in 2, we could get an ABC, be a W, X, and Y, which means wave 2 would come down here. That would be a case where we're going to go lower again to the previous low around 23 or so. And finally, USD against the Turkish lira after a while. Last time, guys, I'll be fair, I was looking at ABC WX, and I was looking at ABC. Why? To get to, because a wave 2 with a running flat, apart from the fact that you know, we only corrected like in wave C, what, maybe 20%, which is a very shallow correction in wave 2. The shallow correction is expected to have a very good impulse move to the upside, but currently we don't really see that. We do see multi-structural moves to the upside, and they remain impulsive. Okay, we don't really see many you know, waves that they interact with one another, and that is exactly what has me still a little bit you know, cautious. Cautious in terms of what? In terms of, you know, in case we are going to break below wave 1 over here at 8.5, the chances of this turning into something like an A, B, and a C would increase. Okay, which means we might get a bigger wave B over here. Okay, these all could be wave B, and then we're going to get wave C, therefore running or expanded variation. Now in the short term, as you can see, we're looking here at an ABC correction, right? So I expect another leg down nevertheless at around 8.55 or so, and from there we can see whether we can move higher or not. I'm expecting that to be wave 5 of 3, and from there again we'll go down in 4 and then 5, right? I expect around 9.04, 9.07, or even a bit higher to be the completion of wave 5. That is going to be, of course, intermediate wave 1, as you can well see, and from there we're going to get 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the upside potential is quite good, in my opinion. Now, what else is important to mention here is that we do get a signal on both the RSI and the MACD, although they're not too obvious. We do get that signal, which means either, which means either we're going to get a short correction since the signal is not really strong, like, you know, and come down here and then correct all the way up, or we're going to get well, a reversal to the downside, let's say for the medium term at least, where we expect prices to go even down to the 7.96. Okay, so guys, this will be all for the day. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I do hope that you actually find that video valuable and you know, useful to your trading and daily technical analysis. And in case you do, don't forget to leave a like and or perhaps a comment. And if you do have some analysis in mind, you know, do make sure to leave that on the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So thank you very much for watching once again, and we'll speak again tomorrow.